Most men try eating 1,000 calories a day, but still get stuck above 20% body fat. I used to be one of them until I learned the 4 rules that got me to 15% body fat. So I'm going to show you exactly how to use these rules that help me and dozens of busy men hit 15% body fat and stay there. Let's cut the fluff. If you want to hit 15% body fat, rule number 1 is mastering consistency. And before you groan, just be consistent, let me explain why most men mess this up. Consistency isn't about superhuman willpower. If you're relying on motivation, you'll be sunk the moment you have a rubbish day, the kids are having tantrums, and there's a cold one in the fridge. I want abs won't stand a chance. You need a reason that actually means something to you. Here's what is not said enough. Studies and my experience with over 300 people agree. It's not the magic diet or the perfect workout that gets you there. It's whether you can stick with it long enough. Take Hossam. When he found me, he had tried everything. Keto, vegan, intermittent fasting, you name it. If it was trendy, he'd done it for about 2 weeks, sometimes as long as 12 weeks. His reason: I just want to look decent. Unfortunately, while that makes sense, it's not enough to get you there. We dug deeper and got real. Turned out he wanted to avoid any future health complications and feel confident in the way he looked, and that changed everything. With a real why, he lost 50 pounds. No weird diets, no banning bread or sugar, just an actual routine. We treated these as non-negotiable meetings in his calendar. Sunday food shop and a small prep, 120 minutes. As thrilling as it sounds, it works. 4 45-minute training sessions a week, 2 30-minute walks daily, Friday data check-in. Yes, a meeting with yourself. If you want my help implementing everything, this is exactly what we do in the Strategic Body Blueprint. If you're ready, apply it below. Here's where most men bottle it. They treat fitness like it's a raffle. Maybe you'll win, maybe you won't. Curious, not committed. As you know, your body doesn't reward half-hearted effort. It also doesn't need to be all in. It gives results to the ones that show up, even when it's grim out. The ones that focus on progress. You don't need another Google rabbit hole. You need to apply what you know. Week in, week out, rain or shine. That's how you get to 15% body fat. Now you know what it actually takes to stay consistent. But here's the next place that most men slip up. Doing far too much and burning out before they even see the results they want. Let's talk about why less can be more and what you actually need to focus on. Rule number 2 for hitting 15% might feel the most counterintuitive, but it's why so many men end up stranded at 20%. It's the 80-20 principle of fat loss. 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. The problem: most men are focusing on the wrong 20%. Think of your body like a business bank account. Imagine running a company where you splash out on premium suppliers, a flashy office, designer chairs, all quality investments, but you're still burning through cash and ending each month in the red. Would you blame your accountant, the market, or would you finally face up to the actual numbers? That's exactly what's happening with your body. You're spending your calorie currency on premium foods, organic this, grass-fed that, but you're still running a surplus. And just like in business, it doesn't matter how clean your expenses are if you're overspending. The research is clear. What you eat matters less than how much you eat when it comes to getting to 15%. Across dozens of studies, the calorie deficit is the deciding factor, not food quality, not meal timing, not even carbs. Clean eating doesn't override physics. You can still stall at 22% body fat, eating nothing but organic, non-GMO, avocado oil cooked health food, if you're simply eating too much of it. So what's the 20% that actually matters for hitting 15%? Calorie deficit, not just eating clean. Protein intake. Most men need double what they're currently getting. Consistency in your deficit, not perfection. You need to think of protein as your company's essential staff, the people who keep things running while you're cutting costs elsewhere. Studies show that you need at least 0.8 grams of protein per pound of your body weight per day. That's nearly twice what most men dieting consume, and it's key for feeling full and holding on to muscle. And if you want to make fat loss feel dramatically easier and transform your health in the process, aim for 30 to 40 grams of fiber a day. Don't try and get there overnight. Build up gradually. Honestly, fiber is a game changer. That's why I put together a cheat sheet with my top 20 high fiber foods. You can grab it for free below. Everything else, meal timing, superfoods, supplements, and fancy workout splits, that's the 80% that gets way too much attention. It's like obsessing over branded pens while your business quietly bleeds cash. That's why so many men get stuck at 20 to 22%. They track every macro but miss the total. They weigh out food but forget about drinks and oils. They double count workout calories. When I coach guys at this plateau, we usually find a 500 to 800 calorie accounting error every day. That's like a business missing 15,000 to 24,000 in expenses, then wondering why their bottom line never improves. A typical hour in the gym only burns 300 to 400 calories, the same as a large latte. You simply can't out-train your way to 15%. Believe me, I tried. No matter how premium your fuel, if you're overfilling the tank, you're not going anywhere. The 20% that matters isn't glamorous, but like sound accounting, it's what actually works. Now, even if you nail your calories and protein, you'll hit a wall if you ignore the next piece. Let's talk about the one area most men overlook: recovery. Most men are running themselves to the ground, so here's why what you do outside the gym might be the missing link. Rule number 3 is the recovery paradox, and it's one of those rules that's tempting to ignore. Most men think getting to 15% means turning everything up. More cardio, more restriction, more hours in the gym. But as you get leaner, recovery isn't just important. It's the difference between staying consistent or breaking down. Here's how it actually plays out. Dan came to me stuck at 20%. He was training every day. He was training hard, sometimes twice a day, all while trying to eat 1,400 calories. Progress? None. Sleep? Awful. Hunger? Through the roof. What did we change? We halved his training, we added some rest days, raised his calories to 2,000. Result, he dropped to 15% in just under 5 months. Simple. Science backs this up. Overtraining can increase your cortisol, increase your chance of injury, and potentially cause you to stress eat. And skimping on sleep, even by just 1 hour, can increase your hunger levels and cause you to move less. Doing less, better, is what actually gets you lean. Your body doesn't shed fat in a gym. It does when you sleep and recover. For busy men over 30, this isn't optional. It's necessary. Simple rule. Push too hard and your body pushes back. Sure, getting to 15% is one thing, but staying there, that's what separates those who crash diet from those who actually live lean. Next, I'll show you the rule for actually maintaining 15% without losing your mind or your social life. The sustainable transition. Here's where most men completely come unstuck. They diet hard, reach 15% body fat, and then reward themselves by going straight back to their old habits. Within 8 weeks, like clockwork, they're back at 20 to 25% body fat. Your body is fighting hard to regain that fat, ramped up hunger hormones, less satisfaction from meals, and a slightly slower metabolism. And suddenly every snack looks irresistible. The deficit is a tool, not a lifestyle. And how you get out of it matters just as much as how you get in it. Think of it like landing a plane. You don't just cut the engines at 10,000 feet. You descend smoothly for a safe landing. When Gareth hit 15% after years of struggle, we didn't bother with a complicated reverse diet or endless calorie tinkering. That's just overthinking it. We kept it simple, calculated his maintenance calories, jumped straight to that number, kept meals the same, focusing on protein and fiber. For 2 weeks, we simply watched what happened. As expected, Gareth gained about 3 pounds, water weight. Then everything stabilized. Most men freak out and slash calories again, starting the cycle over. If Gareth's weight had kept dropping, we'd bump calories up by another 5%. But here's the real key to maintaining 15%. We shifted his mindset from getting to 15% to actually being the kind of man who maintains it. Research shows making this your identity is what helps you keep the result for life. Everything changed. Daily habits, food choices, movement, these weren't temporary hacks. They were just who Gareth was now. That's why most men never keep 15%. They see it as a finish line, not a new baseline. Those 4 rules: mastering consistency, focusing on the 20% that counts, using recovery to keep moving forward, and nailing the sustainable transition are what actually separate the men who get lean and stay lean from those who never quite crack it. If you're ready to stop guessing and want a proven system that works, my strategic body blueprint has helped men like you. Hossam lost 50 pounds. Dan finally moved past his plateau. The link's in the description if you're done guessing and want real results. I will guide you to 15% body fat and give you the tools to stay there for good. And I just take on 5 new clients a month. So if you're serious, click below and see if you qualify. And remember, it's not that you can't reach 15% body fat, you've just been focusing on the wrong things. Shift your focus, apply these rules, and you'll make 15% your new normal. Now, one last thing, getting to 15% is great, but having visible abs at 15%, that's another level. To make sure you don't end up trying to cut to 10% to look for abs that don't exist, watch this video next where I'll show you exactly how to get abs at 15% body fat. See you there.